you close that door, please? The mental errors are what they're saying. You know, pick any number of mental errors. I just said to the players, the man in the mirror tells you here. You know, not so much missed calls, but missed execution on calls. Even in the first half, we gave up some out of bounds looks. The last play, we had a foul to take, and we fought it offensively, which is, you know, we knew that was coming. You know, these numbers are 16 turnovers, with every guy having 2 or more that was in the game. You know, you got to get better tomorrow and not have this define your year.
Coach, how much would you attribute this to just being the season opener for both teams, for your team?
I'm sorry, say it again.
How much would you attribute this to just being the season opener for your team?
I think that has something to do with it, you know, and I actually was, I said that at halftime. Okay, we got a half out of the way now, you know, let's start breathing and playing. And I don't think that we ever did that. I don't think we ever like flowed mentally or physically in this game.
Can you talk about the way how you guys came back from the way you struggled early on?
Well, I think that we got some you know, physical effort. I thought Javon Bauman gave us a nice spark, but we have to get to a point where we can score some baskets. So that's why we went with Aaron Brown. He gave us a little spark there. Isaiah gave us a little spark, but we didn't have anything sustained. And we didn't do a very good job on loose ball recovery. You know, balls were broken loose, and we didn't get enough of those balls.
How would you assess the play of your freshmen tonight? It seemed like, you know, they seemed relatively comfortable out there, especially in the early going. Excuse me, from Shavar and James. But you know, what are your thoughts?
Well, I expect a little bit more, to be honest with you, but I expect more from everybody. So I don't really look at them as freshmen in their first game. You know, we've been practicing with them for 6 weeks. Should have them prepared for every situation, and you know, they'll get better from having had this experience.
It seemed like Isaiah had, you know, one of his best games on the boards that he's had in a while. You know, what are your thoughts?
He did a terrific job on the backboard. You know, and you know, we'll look at it and zero in. I think there were some defensive plays that he could have made, but I think that's true of everybody on our team.
Is there anything you take away from this game? Just get ready for your next one?
Yeah, we take a loss away. That's it. You know, it is. You know, the result. This is a number-based game, and we got to take it on our chest like big boys here.
You would probably expect and need more from DeAndre. What was your assessment of his play tonight, and what does he need to do going forward?
Well, I think that you know, DeAndre has a lot of responsibility, and you know, he will be the first to admit that he needs to do more. Some of it's mental. It was a mental. You know, he made mental mistakes that you don't normally see from a player of his intellect nor of his ability. So, you know, it's like everybody in the room has to take it on their chest, and you know, we have to dramatically improve tomorrow. He's the same as everybody else in this case.
Is this a game that you go out and watch, you know, in the coming days and pick apart, or is it a game where, you know, you saw what happened, you don't necessarily forget, but you know you just
No, we'll do the same that we normally would do. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's the home opener and it's FDU or if it's you know, at Villanova and whatever that was, 3 weeks. We have to know that these are the kind of games we're going to be in. We know a number of points that we could get, and you know, the turnovers are a concern. We have to break them down and not repeat them on Monday night. But no, we don't move on. We will do what we do with every game. We'll assess it tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and then we will start preparing for Drexel.
The offense struggled against the zone. Was that anything specific that they were doing, or was that just a case of missing shots and making mental errors?
I think the turnovers against the zone were inexplicable. I mean, we threw the ball to them on a couple of different occasions against zone. I thought the ball moved. For the most part, I thought our shot selection was decent, but our shot commitment wasn't great. You know, when you're shooting and you don't think it's going in, then I say don't shoot that. So the zone offense really against ourselves in this preseason has been a shining light for us offensively, and I thought that they would play zone because, you know, people recognize our numbers. Our shooting numbers are not great, and so it's got to be ball movement. It's got to be some aggression. You know, we did that with 18 offensive rebounds, but I want to see how many second chance points we had too. Thank you.